Hello there, the RCP and Chelsea Fan TV welcomes you back. I hope you're liking the channel, and I really would love it if I can get far more subscribers than what I have now. I really need your encouragement to begin with, and I hope to improve even further beyond this. I am back this time with some good news, and that is Chelsea we have won the first leg against Porto in the Champions League. Yeah. So, wait a minute, let me review the game first. All I can say is we have 1 foot in the Champions League semi-final. I know it's too early to say that, but I believe that is the case. So starting with the game, the setup was very similar to the last games that we had. It was a 3-4-2-1 formation, and as Tinkerman Tuchel does make changes, he did make changes. It was almost the same as what I had previewed. Only surprises were a couple of them, that Olivier Giroud did not start. Well, in European competitions, him not starting was a big deal for me, and instead Kai Havertz started up front. And I think the other change was Hakim Ziyech did not start either, and Tuchel persisted with Timo Werner. I agree that he needs some confidence and needs some backing from the coach and the team, but I believe it's unfair on the people who are being left out, like Ziyech and Tammy Abraham, in my opinion. Anyway, so this was the formation and the way we had set up in the game. As for Porto, they very much set up the way we expected and the way I had previewed, so absolutely no changes there. It was a 4-4-2 formation. Well, the game began, and the first 10 minutes were pretty good for us. We dominated as always, had possession of the ball and looked for chances to be created. However, that's where our problem lied. Like in the recent times, we are not able to make that killer pass or not able to see the runs of, say, a Werner, for example. And all we were looking for are long balls. For the next 15 minutes till about 25th minute, I believe it was Porto were dominating, and we were actually running back and trying to defend for our lives. In fact, in the 23rd minute, Porto got 3 consecutive corners. Yes. And in the third corner, they almost scored, if not for Mendy. Mendy had a great save. In fact, it was not even a save. It was like he almost palmed the ball away off a cross of a corner. We were still hoping that we would get our confidence back and start stringing passes together. And if the defenders were trying to pass the ball to the forwards, either the passes were not great or forwards, especially Kai Havertz, couldn't keep the ball. In fact, the forwards hardly touched the ball between the 10th and the 30th minute, in my opinion. However, around the 30th minute, we started to build a move, got a few passes together, and guess what? Jorginho finally comes to form, and he gets a pass to Mason Mount, who beats his man at the left back of Porto and does a Cruyff turn. Yes, a brilliant turn, and takes the first shot, and that's how you score a goal. Mason Mount has to start every game, in my opinion. He is in terrific form, and he is a person who takes chances and shoots. We really need him. He does remind me of the young Lampard. That's true. Anyway, we were 1-0 up, and I thought, yes, that's the confidence that we needed. From here on, it will be upward for sure, and we should get another goal and just sail through. But no, for the next 10 to 12 minutes as well, Porto dominated. They really gave it a game to Chelsea, big time. In fact, in the 42nd minute, if I remember, yes. So Corona of Porto actually hit a shot, and Azpilicueta blocked it and went for a corner. However, the resulting corner that Porto got, Pepe almost got a goal. He got a shot on goal via header, and if not for Mendy again, they would have scored. So we were still leading 1-0. And I don't know, like even when Chelsea were trying to attack and trying to dribble past players, Porto players were just diving as soon as the Chelsea player touched them or even not touched them, went nearby. The Porto left back especially, he was play acting like anything. He should get an Oscar for sure. And Chelsea were playing like an away team. I know it was an away game technically, but it was in Seville. It wasn't Porto's home either. So it's a new pitch for both the teams. The first minute itself, we got a chance, yes. Mount, I believe, crossed the ball and Werner was right there. All he had to do is just jump and head the ball in. But no, Mr. Werner and his confidence, I don't know where they are both. He headed it over the bar. And he was not even looking at the ball while heading it. Was he really a striker who was in great form in the last couple of years in Germany and even in Europe? Something's happened to him. He started well in Chelsea as well. Anyway, I thought this is at least a chance, so maybe the next chance he will take it. But no. We did not even create any chances the next 10 to 15 minutes. Till the 60th minute, I believe, Chelsea were really run ragged by Porto. There was a change of fortune, I believe. Rudiger, out of everyone, takes a shot. It's a long shot, but it was a shot on goal. The goalkeeper just palmed it away, and the rebound actually fell to Werner, who crossed the ball to Havertz, who was right in front of the goal. But no, he did not score either. Of course, there was a brilliant last-minute challenge by Pepe, the stalwart, but still Havertz should have scored. Both the Germans were not having a great game, in my opinion. We got another chance when Reece James took a free kick, typically having a superb delivery. Azpilicueta, all he had to do is just head the ball into the goal. Yet again we miss a chance. He heads the ball wide. And we are actually still 1-0 up with 3 easy chances that were just missed. At least 2 of them were easy, I believe. But again, in the next 10 minutes, we hardly created. In fact, we didn't even get much possession of the ball. The forwards that came on did not even touch the ball, I believe, in the next 10 minutes. In fact, in the 72nd minute, Porto had a penalty appeal. It was debatable, to be very honest. However, similar to the tie against Atletico Madrid, Azpilicueta escaped again because his push was very feeble in the penalty box. And Marega of Porto was on the wrong side of Azpilicueta, and he just dived as soon as Azpilicueta touched. So with Porto already diving whole game, the referee luckily this time did not fall for it, and I believe it was a 50-50 call anyway, so we escaped the penalty appeal. Towards the 80th minute, we made 2 more changes with I think N'Golo Kanté, who was not 100% fit before the game, coming on, as well as the experienced Thiago Silva, who anyway should have started in my opinion. However, to my surprise, Mason Mount and Reece James were taken off. While I can understand why Mason Mount was taken off, because he should start every game and has played a lot in the recent past, Reece James was a bigger surprise to me, because he was having one of his best games for Chelsea this season. And we got a chance as soon as the formation and tactics were changed. In fact, it was Kovacic who started the brilliant run. Giroud had some good hold-up play as well. He passed it back to Kovacic. Kovacic gave a through ball to Pulisic, who had brilliant pace, and on the right flank, I believe, just took a shot after pacing through. I thought this was a certain goal, but no. Good attempt, but Pulisic is also not scoring enough for my liking. and I started to think that maybe Porto will get or nick a goal as they were dominant in the first half, so they can come back. But you know what? To my happiness, we scored again. Yes, right in the 85th minute. I think it was almost against the run of play again, to be honest. Kovacic was playing well in the second half, to be fair. Tried a pass to Ben Chilwell on the left flank, and in fact their winger Corona intercepted the ball and should have actually taken the ball away, but he miscontrolled it, due to which Chilwell got a second chance and he went pacing through the left flank and actually rounded off the goalkeeper and scored brilliantly via his right foot. We were 2-0 up, and I think this was the time when we had one foot in the Champions League semi-final, as long as we were keeping a clean sheet. Now let's look at the upcoming game, which is against Crystal Palace in the league. While we are great in the Champions League this year, I believe, in the league we are very inconsistent still. And especially last week, we had a debacle against West Brom, which we need to come from behind and win this game, which anyway we need for the table. I do expect a few changes for sure by Tuchel. A couple of players have not got a chance or hardly had a chance to play in the last week and a half. I believe they are in for sure. Anyway, I need more creativity. I believe Hudson-Odoi should start on the right flank, and Ziyech as well was unlucky to be taken off against West Brom, so he should start as well. I don't see the Germans starting. Abraham, on the other hand, who is totally not in the picture, should be given a chance. I know there are rumors flying around that he is going to leave Chelsea, but it's too early to say that Tuchel doesn't believe in him. In fact, he's not given him enough chances, to be fair. And it's not that our strikers are scoring loads of goals. And Tammy is anyway in the league, I believe, overall as well, one of the highest scorers for Chelsea this season. And apart from that, N'Golo Kante, it is interesting to see if he plays or not. We have a 2-0 lead against Porto, so he might as well play in the league because that's crucial for us as well. I don't see Alonso starting after his bad performance last week. Other than that, I believe it should be the same starting lineup. Of course, Thiago Silva is suspended. Also important to know the recent form and some of the other facts of Crystal Palace before playing them. Here you go. Well, I've got to predict a Chelsea win again. I think the Champions League win should have given us enough confidence, and with Mason Mount starting again, I can see him scoring. Yes, for almost the fourth game in succession. This time I believe we'll get a 1-0 win and keep our defense tight at the back. Okay, I think that is about it. I would love to get some feedback and comments on my video, and any ideas that you have for the content that I'm presenting are more than welcome. Keep the blue flag flying high, up the Chelsea.